post, strip out in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Now that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Brady to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And now look at him go. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Seahawks 14, Patriots 15.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at 44-yard line.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I know he ain't got it.
From midfield, here's Brady. Completes this one to Meredith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Brady going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check, 59. Watch the slant.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Gets it to Meredith complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Wait, that 29. Alpha. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Brady now on first down. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Watch the twitch.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
All day, every day, any day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Back it, reload!
Brady now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tight into the right, boy, tight into the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in... Search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Michelle, and 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that. Hey, go 66.
Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Brady's throw into the hands of Harry, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20.
Watch by 4. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long.
On 1st down, Michelle. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got it complete to Thompson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That's another Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Chris Thompson His third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Dixon set your kickoff.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing now is Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Brady now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Brady gives him a shell, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 39, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
No, 66. 450.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 28. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Waiting. 56. I got you, boy.
On second down, Vance, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Right there, 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
To throw is Brady. Got a man open, that's Harry. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, Michelle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
at the 37-yard line.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, hey.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, Alabama.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Again, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
What? Mike 51. It's been a long day for you.
On 2nd down now. Vance. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch. Hatchet.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
That's the way. Check 52.
They'll run forward with Michelle, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From just shy of midfield, Brady is going to get this one out to his fullback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Took right.
Now Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jaron Reed gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. Mike 54. Here we go.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And yes, he got it. Gostkowski plays the role of hero as he punches it through. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for New England, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next